Hello everyone, my name is Bhavesh Chakor. Today's date is 8 November. The topic of our video is checked and unchecked exceptions. So this exception is nothing but any unwanted event that disturbs the normal flow of our program at runtime. So this exception is uh, disturbs or it terminates the program abruptly. So it is necessary to handle this exception. There could be various reasons for the exception, like in the program there could be some syntax error, or the program contain various kind of loops. If some loops are not written, the conditions for the loops are not written properly, then it could lead to some error. So this and the reason could be uh, anything. So this exceptions or this error needs to be handled so that in the future the program could not terminate the abruptly, and it will run smoothly. So there are two types of exceptions. The first is checked exception and second is unchecked exception. Now we will see the difference between the two of them. The first is our checked exceptions, the exception which is checked by the compiler so that the program can run smoothly at runtime. This is known as a checked exception. So the compiler checked this exception prior at the time of a compiling, and it predict that this exception can occur. So it warns about this exception in prior. And whereas this unchecked exception is the exception which is not checked by the compiler. So the compiler could not predict these exceptions, and this exception is taken care by the JVM itself. So the JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Then the next point of our difference is these checked exceptions are most commonly occurring exceptions. So this because of this the compiler can take very much care about it. So because these checked exceptions are commonly occurring exceptions, the compiler can previously predict that yes, this exceptions can occur in the future, and it will so it warns the programmer about these exceptions, and it asks to write the alternate. If this exception is occurred, then what should be the alternate. So that block of code is written inside the catch block. This try and catch block method is way to handle these exceptions. So the code which can throw the exceptions are written inside the try block, and the alternate to avoid these exceptions are written inside this catch block. Then these unchecked exceptions are very rarely occurring exceptions. So even the compiler couldn't predict about these exceptions in future, like and so because of this, these exceptions are not handled by the compiler. Like arithmetic exception. If some number, if arithmetic expression is written, and it have some values like dividing by some numbers, and in the future if the number is because of this some operations the number is like a zero, so the whole number is divisible by zero. So this will throw an arithmetic exceptions, but the compiler couldn't predict about this exception. So this comes under the category of unchecked. Now we will see the hierarchy of this exception. So the parent class for this all the exceptions are the throwable class. So this throwable class contains two subclass. First is the exception subclass, and the second is error subclass. The exception subclass again subdivided into four types. Like in runtime exceptions, there are four types of exceptions: null point exceptions, null pointer exception, then index out of bound, then number format, and other. And there are one more exception. So this index out of bound exception and arithmetic one. For this index out of bound is again of two types: string index out of bound and array index out of bound. Whereas this error subclass divided into three types, like the stack overflow, then out of memory, input output error. So this error is nothing but the unchecked exceptions, because it cannot be handled, and this our exception part is nothing but the checked exceptions. So this exception is checked and errors are unchecked exceptions. So this is the difference between this checked and unchecked. Thank you.